The final step in marketing research? Question mark? Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Some people ask me why I use punctuation when I introduce the show, and to be completely honest, it's usually for my producer who takes the show and then takes the title and adds it to everything. And so it's just become a running joke that I'll use punctuation. I'm gonna come up with something really absurd and long one of these days, and say all the different pieces of punctuation we're using in the title. Hi, welcome back. Let's talk about market research, shall we? So in business, especially in the beginning of business or in the beginning of a new product or service that you're offering, you may be switching to a new market. You may be appealing to a market that you're not used to, or a sub-market of the one you're already playing to. And in that process, there's all these different steps you really should go through. And most people don't take any of those steps, but I highly encourage you to do as much market research as you can, meaning find out as much about them and whether they would actually be interested in what it is that you're selling, whether they'd actually buy it for the amount that you're looking to sell it for. Now, in the end, well, I'll tell you that in a second, but if you can find similar products that are selling to the same people, if you can find anybody that's playing toward that same market, it may take doing surveys, it may take doing a whole lot of things, but there's one thing that you can't get past. And in the end, you're only going to have a certain amount of money available to you and resources, and you're going to have a certain amount of time to get that thing out the door. So just today, I was working with Sean E. Douglas, who's one of the main producers here, and I was working with him on a new product, and we're talking about, well, it could be this and it could be that, and we talk around a lot about the market research. But in the end, for the amount of money that we have and the amount of time that we really want to spend, it's going to be easier to go with this last step. By this point in the game, we know enough about what we're doing and who we're playing towards that this last step is what matters. The last step is you just got to take a leap and get the thing to market. Put it out there and see what the results are. It comes back to that whole concept of direct response marketing, which is testing. You have to get it out there. It has to be active. You got to put it in front of people. If you put it in front of people and they don't buy, then you need to ask why. You need to find out some more. You got to get in some conversations and see what's going on. See what the appeal is. See if your marketing even works or not. See, the product may be good, but if the marketing stinks, well, you're not going to sell anything, or you'll sell very little. And so you got to dig in there, but it takes taking a risk. In the end, there's always going to be a little bit of risk left. Even in the best case scenario, there's always going to be a little bit of risk. There's going to be the chance that something isn't going to go right. You're never going to know what that is until you go for it. There's no way to predict it. In the end, you can't. I'm saying in the end, there's no end to this. But when all is said and done, here's another cliche. When all is said and done, there's not much more you can do. You have to get it out there. You have to test it out. You have to see what the results are and be willing to just completely fail, to fall flat on your face, and to start over again. Take the product or service back, retinker it, figure out what you need to change it, put it back out and try again. It's the best situation, the best circumstances. The people that make the most amount of money in the long run are people that fail fast. It's all about failing fast. If you look at any of the people known for making a lot of money over long periods of time, I'm not just talking about, they sold a product and they became a gajillionaire overnight. The people who are making money and continue to make money, they're people that fail fast, and they hire people that fail fast. They have systems that go through failure fast. So fast oftentimes that people don't even see the failure. Most of the time it's invisible to the public. If you fail fast enough, you won't even feel it. It's just part of the process. But you got to get things out there. That's the final step. That's the thing you got to watch out for. If you want some steps to take over the whole process, not just within market research, but in developing a real good image out there in your content marketing, go check out my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. It's a short book. You can find it just about anywhere. You can type it into your search engine and find it. 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. Or you can go download a free copy. Go check it out. AmazonProofBook.com. That's all I have for tonight. You have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.